Good afternoon. Try and straighten it. I should do that before I press record, really, shouldn't I? How are you? Welcome to Friday. As you can see by the tag on the photo for this vlog, I haven't been weighed today. Because I had to stay at home and keep an eye on Sherlock, the cat. I do look quite tired, actually. It's been a week. I knew on Monday, I think it's Monday, yeah, this week was just going to go downhill. I'll start with Monday, actually. No, I won't. I won't start with Monday, actually. I will start with the vlog that I put out on Tuesday, which was my Friday weigh-in from last week. I haven't replied to I caught up with the one that I was saying I haven't caught up with. I've still got some vlogs to watch yet. I've still got something to catch up on. But the one that I put out on Tuesday, about my weigh-in, but about the situation with my, I'll say ex-friend now, I suppose. Your comments have been, I can't find a word there's enough, so supportive and so understanding, and getting me to see how it is. And I can't thank you all enough for the comments, particularly about that. So thank you very much. And I still feel okay. I still feel quite happy. Yeah, I think it was the right thing. I think it's a friendship that has come to an end. But yeah, I'm not as upset as I thought I was going to be, which indicated that there was a lot going on. So thank you very much for the comments. Right, on to this week. Like I say, there's no way in today, which I'm gutted about, because I've been still intermittent fasting, which I've weirdly enjoying. The only bit that I struggle with is the tea, I would say. But yeah, I'm getting there. I want to persevere with it, because it feels a bit stricter, and I think I needed that a little bit. But yeah, without being too much of an effort. So yeah, Monday, boot camp day, which was great. But before that, I managed to accidentally basically flash my whole naked body to Harmony's friend that had just popped in while I was in the bath. And because I had the house to myself, I was in the bath, and I thought it was Harmony, my daughter, coming up the stairs. She's a girl and stuff, so when she's home, I don't have to shut the door. It's just, how it is. And it was her friend Ben. And I went, "Oh, are you okay?" I went, "Oh my God." Yeah, so I've probably traumatized that poor boy. He's 24 now, and I've probably just scarred him for life. So, he did laugh after. I was just still... My life is just turning into a carry-on film. So, yeah. So the rest of the week was going quite well. But Wednesday night, I think it was, I went for a lovely evening walk with two lovely girls that I walk with. And we stopped off at a pub on the quayside, and we were really good. We just had a Diet Coke each. Lovely. Come home, and Jed said, Sherlock's been in the garden, and he was choking. I was like, oh, what on? Like, because, you know, sometimes cats, they want to eat grass. And he went, yeah, he'd eaten some grass, and he brought it back up. However, he's still reaching and nothing's coming out. And I was like, oh. So we kept an eye on him in the night, and the night's going on, and like all the vets are shut. I was like, he was struggling to eat. He was making a noise of a squeaky toy. I was like, wow, this isn't good. There's something not quite right. And if you just touched him here, you could see it was hurting. So we took him to the vet. Well, Jed took him to the vet at the first thing in the morning, because I had to stay in because we were having a shed delivered, which I'll get onto in a minute. Anyway, so the vet has looked at Sherlock and gone, oh, I can't see anything. She tried like to do a bit of a scope, and couldn't see anything. And she said there is something definitely there. She could feel like he was struggling. He was swelling in the neck. And she said, I'm going to have to operate. I'm going to have to knock him out and get whatever's out, you know. And she said, he's always had like a poorly ear. They've given him drops before, but nothing's it. And she said, there's a polyp. That's what it is. And so she said, while he's under, we're going to take that out. And she said, I'll probably phone at about 4 o'clock and you can pick him up. 12:30, I think it was. She's phoned and gone, do we have your permission to use some sort of gas on him just to get bloods? Because apparently he was being ferocious. She said, we're trying to get bloods and we can't get near him. And she said, he's beaten us up. Which is not like Sherlock. Sherlock is the most mild, laid back little man ever. And so like we said, yeah, there's no need to phone for that. Why? And she said, oh, it's because it's more money. So it's like, yeah, at this juncture, just whatever, because, you know, our priority was Sherlock. Turns out, so yeah, they knocked him out. They took the bloods. He's got a little shaved arm now. He's got bandages. He's got cuts out of his ear because they wanted to do that as well. We paid, which I think we were lucky. We paid £550 that we could have done without, if I'm honest, for him to have swallowed it before he got on the operating table. But by then it was too late. She went, I'm really sorry. It's gone. Whatever was there has now moved. And she said, he's actually eaten it. So that was quite an expensive day. But they did do some other bits and pieces, which, you know, is probably a good thing that, you know, while he was under. And yeah, he's got medication now as well, because she said he's with the stress of that all night, because he was trying to bring it all up. It's inflamed his throat, and so he's now on anti-inflammatory pills, which trying to get them into him is a nightmare. And I just wanted to keep, because he had so much anaesthetic and sedatives. He was like a drunk cat all night. So we were keeping an eye. And this morning I just had to keep an eye on him and get his meds down, which, well, that's a task in itself. So he's fine. He's got to go back next Thursday just to double check that it's all okay. Because she was like, it could have been a stone, a stick, or so, and in all the fighting and stuff or whatever, it's gone down on its own. But she had to still, because she said, it'd have been awful to send him home, thinking it had have gone and it was stuck. So while Sherlock's being operated on and fighting in in the vets with all the staff, I was at home waiting for a shed that we'd ordered 6 weeks ago. And time was getting on and delivery date was yesterday. And I was like, time's getting on, I'm going to phone them and chase them up. So I did. And he went, oh. He said, it's on the system. He said, what, it's not there yet? And I went, well, no, otherwise I wouldn't be phoning. He said, I'm going to put you on hold. And he's come back 10 minutes later. He said, I really don't know how to say this. And I went, what? He went, we've lost your shed. And he went, in all the time I've worked here, that's never happened. I was like, no, it's because it's me. It's my bad luck. This is definitely going to happen. He said, right, I'm going to spend the rest of the day locating it. I was like, I don't think I want to hold my breath. Anyway, I think it was 5 o'clock he phoned and went, I found it. I was like, great. And the long and the short of it, it was in another depot. It was between these 3 depots. But they've located it and they reckon it's coming tomorrow. However, it is, what time is it currently? It's 4:20 now. I've not had any, confirmation that it's coming or anything tomorrow. So, again, I'm sort of dubious. I don't think a shed's going to come either tomorrow. So yeah, it's been one of them. Another week. I'm hoping, right, this year. I'm hoping we get to June, because that's what, next week, is it? Yeah. The new half of the year. I'm hoping it's going to be better and maybe smoother running. Not as bumpy as it has been. However, today, I obviously didn't go and get weighed, so I'm just going to carry on and do weigh day next week because my scales are no longer in the house. I gave them to Jed, not last Friday, the week before, and he took them to his work because and do you know what? Since they've been out of the house, I didn't realise how much I was getting on and off them just to check. It was actually quite obsessive. So they're just out at the moment. They're the lads in the office they're weighing themselves instead now. So as long as they're happy. But I just thought, no, just stick to your once a week, your Friday. That's why you pay someone to do this. So just stop it. So yeah. But yeah, we were meant to be going to my mum and dad tomorrow, but again, because of Sherlock and stuff, and now a shed, because it was my mum's birthday on Wednesday. Happy birthday, mum. Well, belated birthday, mum. So we're gonna try and do that next week instead. Talking of birthdays, it's a big birthday today for Stephanie. Happy birthday! I hope you have a lovely party tomorrow. Yeah, it's definitely been one of those weeks again. Well, years so far. But I did manage to get to boot camp because it is only an hour, and Sam picked me up So that was door to door. So I didn't have to leave the little terror, the little cage fighter on his own for too long. And it was brilliant. We're getting stronger. And yeah, this Monday, week 8 is complete. I don't know what's quite happening. We're still going to keep our Fridays between the three of us. That's going to be a constant thing. But we don't know what's going to come next with boot camp. But whatever it is, we want to be a part of it. It's definitely changed our mindset. Yeah. And like I've been vlogging little bits for the boot camp. So it'll be so just cobbled together, nothing special, but just bits. But I've loved it. I've loved every minute of it. And even on the days where I've gone, feel a bit like drained today, I've still gone and just so glad I did. I've loved every minute of it. Really have. So yeah, long may that continue. And that's that, I think, for this week. I mean, it's been a busy one, but I just gave you the little gems of the week there. The little highlights. I haven't tried. Have I tried any new foods this week? No, I don't think I have. Been a bit boring, really. But I'll let you go there. I'll let you go. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good one. I hope the weather's nice. Today can't make up its mind where I am. It's either quite warm or goes really cold. It's doing that today. And I've got a big shop to do tonight, so that'll be fun. Aldi, here I come. Like I say, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. I hope you've had a success. Put my teeth back in. I hope you've had a more successful week. And I hope you have another good one coming up. I'll see you soon.